What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into DLF. I am your host, Justin. Today we are talking through 5 moves to make heading into week 4 of the NFL season here. And look, it's been chaotic, right? Everything we thought we knew heading into week 3 kind of appeared to be wrong. The entire NFL seemed to have a down week. But not everybody, right? There are guys to buy low on. There are guys to sell high on. There's a couple ads out there in deeper leagues that are still available that can bring you weekly flex value, if not more. So let's just jump right in, right? The first move is to trade away Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, I know what you're thinking, right? CH has been a top 10 running back. He's one of the few running backs out there that has been legitimately successful in fantasy. I don't really care, though, because the underlying numbers are terrifying, right? He's not seeing actual volume. He has yet to come across or eclipse 15 total opportunities in a game. He hasn't had more than 10 carries. He hasn't really done a whole lot through the air, right? He's seeing 3 to 4 targets a game. And all of that to say, those 3 touchdowns are probably propping him up a lot here, right? He's in a 3-man committee. It is him. It is Jerick McKinnon. It is Isaiah Pacheco. They're all splitting carries. I mean, even last week, CH had 7 carries, and he did the impossible. 7 carries for 0 yards and a touchdown. He's just been very up and down. He's not seeing true workhorse numbers or true RB1 volume. The floor is going to fall out here, and this is kind of your sell-high window, right? We know what CEH is. He's average. He's just a very, very average running back. And if you can sell someone right now on the idea that, he is the guy to own in this Chiefs backfield, that this is what you're going to get from him moving forward, absolutely sell now. Win now. Rebuilding, I don't care. I want him off my team, right? Now, you're not getting a first. We know that. If you can get 2 20-23 seconds, great. If you can get a guy like AJ Dillon and a pick maybe even, I'm going to take that deal as well. And honestly, right, let's just kind of jump to the second move here. It is trade for AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon is the exact opposite of what we're seeing in CEH right now. He is not doing great, but the volume is there, right? He is top 10 in goal line touches. He is top 10 in target share among running backs, right? He's seen 12 total targets over 3 weeks. He was over 15% heading into week 2. And even then, right, with a 9% target share, 8% target share in week 3, he's still up there in terms of total targets for running backs. He's just not found the end zone, and that's been the difference here, right? He is yet to see under 15 opportunities, the polar opposite of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's playing over 50% of snaps. He's splitting time with Aaron Jones. Things are going to get better for AJ Dillon, so I'd rather, buy now, knowing his role is safe. He is a key part of the offense and what should eventually, right, it's been ugly, but should eventually turn into a good offense in the Packers, right? Rodgers is going to figure it out. Allen Lazard is back, had a good game. Romeo Doubs looked good as well. Things are starting to turn for the Packers, and it's only a matter of time before we get another big A.J. Dillon game here, and that window kind of slams shut. So if I'm win now, again, I'm not trading for running backs typically in rebuilding, but so if I'm win now, I want A.J. Dillon. I'm happy to give up 2 seconds. I'm not giving up a first-rounder. Like I said, trade away a guy like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right, if that's what it takes. Maybe somebody out there believes in Rashad Penny still somehow, and you can tack on some seconds to Penny and get A.J. Dillon. I think those are good moves to make. I think those are smart moves to make. All right, moving on to our next one here. And this is a waiver ad that is still available in, 32% of leagues. And in Dynasty, that's a lot. Like, to me, that is a ton. And we're looking at Sleeper here, not MFL, so keep that in mind. But 32% of leagues, Zay Jones is available. Zay Jones is interesting. He really is, because what we've seen the last 3 weeks is he's going to be involved, right? You're looking at 9 targets, 4 targets, and then this most recent week, 11 targets. That's basically going to cement him as a, top ad in Dynasty and redraft, all of these types of things, and he's available, right? You're looking at a guy that is the clear-cut, 1B in the offense, right? He even out-targeted Christian Kirk in week 3. Zay Jones has been great. He put up a 28% target share last week, so clearly the upside is there, right? That week 2 was interesting or weird because they didn't really need to pass, right? 4 targets and a weird game script. But then we got back to the typical Jags game script, which is they're going to continue to throw. They're going to try to beat the crap out of teams because they can right now, right? Trevor Lawrence, the breakout is here. And I want pieces of this offense, right? James Robinson has been good, obviously. Christian Kirk has been great. Zay Jones just has his first huge game of the season, and I think there's more to come behind it. So again, if he's out there in one of those leagues, you add Zay Jones, you're hoping to get a flex, but clearly you get wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1 upside. Now, is he going to typically put up monster games like he just did? No, of course not. But 10 to 15 points is very realistic if he's going to be seeing between, 4 to 11 targets. And I get that's a big range. But he's cleared 8+ in back-to-back games, and that is more than flex-worthy. I don't care what wide receiver you are if you're seeing that kind of volume. Now, on to our deeper ad, right? He's available in 81% of leagues. It is Mack Hollins. And Mack Hollins obviously was a huge benefactor of no Hunter Renfrow the last 2 weeks, right? He's coming off of a season high in targets after an 8-target week in week 2, and basically his volume has increased every single step of the way. And when Hunter Renfrow is out, clearly he is feasting because defenses are focusing on Darren Waller and Devontae Adams, right? They're going to say, let Mack Hollins beat us, and Mack Hollins almost did beat them. Like that's quite literally what happened this week. And if he's going to have this type of role, that type of upside, he needs to be rostered, right? He's not a guaranteed flex play because Hunter Renfrow is going to come back from a concussion. But still, the upside is there, right? If any of these receivers go down, clearly Mack Hollins finds a bigger role. He's already playing, 80, 90% of snaps, and now he moves up the pecking order, at least for this week. And it just makes him extremely enticing in deeper leagues, right? He's one of those dart throw flexes that you can throw out there and hope, maybe he hits it big. He has been a field stretcher. He's been a red zone target. Mack Hollins is doing the things you want from those deep Dynasty ads that are available. Again, 81% of leagues on Sleeper, Mack Hollins is not rostered. That's going to change, right? He's going to go to 60, 70%, I bet. Just by Wednesday, depending when this video comes out, he will be rostered at a significantly higher percentage. And the last one here, and I'm recording this before the Giants game, but it really doesn't matter because he's not suiting up. It is sell low on Kadarius Toney. And I know what you're thinking, right? Oh, you're selling him because of injury, because of this and that. Kinda, right? I mean, he was banged up all of his rookie year. He's dealing with the hamstring issue now. But more so, we saw him healthy for 2 weeks. And the analytics guys are going to love this. This is one of my favorite stats of the season because it's all we heard about last season, right? Yards per route run. Kadarius Toney was elite. Kadarius Toney currently has a 0.00 yards per route run. He has 2 catches because this coaching staff does not like him. They do not want to use him, and that's a red flag. We saw it last season too, right? This is his second coaching staff. Teams are not happy with Kadarius Toney for whatever reason that might be. Whatever they're seeing in practice, he's not earning playing time. He's not earning targets or touches or all of these other things that you want to see from a first-round rookie or a first-round NFL draft pick in year 2. His role did not expand, right? They're not saying on a team that desperately needs wide receivers, excitement, playmaking, whatever you want to call it, Kadarius Toney still is not being used. Sell low. I'm just done. I don't want in. I don't believe in the player. I don't believe in the talent. Clearly, coaches do not either. He's a guy, right? If we can get a 3rd-round pick, I'm going to pull the trigger. And that may feel gross because you may have spent a 1st-round pick on him. You shouldn't have, but you might have. And if that's the case, just take your medicine, right? Just get out now. I don't think it gets better for Kadarius Toney, at least not this season. And by then, the value is going to tank even further no matter what quarterback they add to replace Daniel Jones. So just get out on Kadarius Toney. It's not worth the headache. Get a future draft pick, whatever year it might be, and just end the pain now. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. If you like what we're doing at DLF, again, subscribe. We got year-round content. Questions, comments, drop all that stuff below. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.